consultation with the Chairman of the Federal Reserve and others, I decided to stay on as President of the New York Fed on an interim basis, but I withdrew from monetary policy decisions, policies involving individual financial institutions, and day-to-day management of the New York Fed. I had no role before or after November 24th in making decisions regarding what to disclose about the specific financial terms of Maiden Lane 2 and 3 and payments to AIG counterparties. Mr. Chairman, the broad strategy that the government adopted to contain this financial crisis has been remarkably effective at stemming the crisis, breaking the momentum of the crisis, and repairing the damage. And this has been achieved at much lower cost in taxpayer resources than many people anticipated. Confidence in the basic stability of the American financial system is much stronger today. Borrowing costs for American businesses and consumers, for households, for municipal and state governments have fallen dramatically. The economy is now growing. The support we provided to AIG in the context of the broad strategy to put out this financial fire was essential to achieving this early beginning of healing and recovery. Banks have already repaid 2/3 of the TARP investments that my predecessor appropriately made. The only support this administration has provided to banks since I took office, was $7 billion to regional small community banks. More than 75% of the emergency government guarantees that I inherited when I took into office have now been shut down and closed at a profit to taxpayers. Over the last year, the expected cost of stabilizing the financial system has fallen by over $400 billion. That is real resources that we can use to meet the many other challenges we face as a country. And if Congress joins with us in adopting the President's proposal for a financial responsibility fee, the American taxpayer will recoup every penny of potential losses under the TARP. Now, this economy is still in crisis, but because of the government's actions, the American financial system is now in a position where it can provide the credit necessary for economic growth. And that is essential to lay the foundation for job growth and long-term economic prosperity. Now let me close by saying this. If you are outraged by AIG, and you should be, if you are outraged by what happened with AIG, then you should be deeply committed to financial reform. The United States of America should never have let institutions like AIG take on a level of risk that could threaten the stability of the financial system. And the government of the United States should never have been in the position going into a crisis of this severity without the basic tools able to contain the damage and protect the taxpayer. So I hope you will join us in working to put in place a strong package of financial reforms that will protect consumers, protect investors, protect the taxpayer, and protect our economy from excessive risk-taking by financial institutions.